What's up, guys? This is how I made $54,000 with proof. Yes, I have it framed in 1 month power washing. So now that you know it's possible making that much money power washing, if I can do it, anyone can do it. And this is why you should do commercial. In the end of the video, I'm gonna throw some clips in there to show you what that whole building wash looked like. But yeah, let's get into it. So the building wash was for an apartment complex, a huge apartment complex, about 6 stories tall on ASU campus. We charged $22,000 for the full building wash, soft wash of the stucco, patios, everything like that on the exterior. And then at the same building, we did their parking garage clean out for about $7,500. The parking garage is about 90,000 square feet. So this was all one building. How I got this lead, like I said in my other videos, LinkedIn. LinkedIn's a killer on the commercial clients. That's where everybody's at. They can vet you, see who you worked with, your media, everything like that. So how this job basically snowballed into getting this one. We did some cleanings for them throughout the year, which was like dog park cleanings, cleaning the pool decks, just minor stuff, furniture and stuff like that. Later in the year, they asked me, hey, can you wash the building? And I was kind of shocked because I never done anything like that. I wanted to make sure I knew what they were talking about. And they wanted every inch of the stucco exterior patios, 6 stories tall. They wanted it washed. So like I usually do, I bit off more than I can chew and I just said yes. If you're gonna take anything away from this video, in commercial space, you're gonna have to bite off more than you can chew, because any other way, you're not gonna get experience, you're not gonna learn, no one's gonna show you the ropes on how to do it unless you just are 2 feet in and get your feet wet. So I got this job snowballed into doing a building wash. I don't really know why or how I quoted it, but I really quoted it based on how long it'll take, not off square foot, not off anything like that. No real calculation. It was really based on, okay, I could do this in 3 days. I could pay my guys this much and make this much profit. So what I basically did, I said yes and figured it out later. So I went to the property. I really see, okay, there's 3 water spigots we can hook up to. We can have a maximum of 3 power washers on site working together. But how am I gonna reach 6 stories, right? So I looked up renting lifts. So I got 2 boom lifts that reach 70 feet. I got one on one side, the other on the other side with another crew working. We just met in the middle, and that took 3 days to wash the entire complex. We used some chemical in areas that needed it. Others, we just did a heated soft rinse with an X-Jet. So that took 3 days. And then the next 2 days, we cleaned the parking garage. This parking garage is pretty easy, 90,000 square feet, all one level. We had 3 guys in there power washing all one direction. So that took 2 days, which really should have took maybe a day. It'll take a day to day with the equipment we have. But yeah, that was my biggest job yet. So that averaged about 28,000 and some change for a full cleaning of the entire complex. Building wash, parking garage. All right, so my second biggest job was one parking garage clean out for $15,000. That was 200,000 square feet for 5 levels. Like I said again, I bit off more than I can chew. I've never done a parking garage before that, and I've never done something at that scale. So what I did is I quoted on based off square foot, which I think was about 7 cents a square foot for 200,000 square feet, average to $15,000. So like I said, I did that whole building with 4 gallons a minute. Which took way longer than it should. I had another guy in there helping me. But when you're doing stuff like this, you always run into problems and then you just figure it out later. On this property, there are only 2 water spigots, so I can only have 2 guys in there, maybe 3 if they have a portable water, but then you have to go refill, it just takes time. So the problem with this building, there's 1 spigot on the bottom and 1 spigot on top. So we had to have over 1,000 feet of hose to go all the way down, go all the way up. We had one guy stay at the bottom with on that water spigot, ran the hose up. My unit was on top, and we just worked our way down, all the way down. Yeah, that job was pretty simple, just a maintenance spray, no surface cleaning. They just wanted all the gunk out of there, all the dirt, everything like that. Like I said, I think that took 2.5 days. Should have took maybe a day and a half with today, how we do stuff today. But yeah, first job's 28,000, second was 15,000. Like I said, the most important thing with commercial is you're gonna have to say yes and bite off more than you can chew, or you're not gonna figure it out any other way. So that was a quick breakdown of my biggest jobs and kind of how I broke it down. If you have any questions, follow us and DM us on Instagram, but check it out, this is how we did it.